The Matrix is one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time, a movie that redefined Hollywood and made Keanu Reeves an icon. But what if I told you Will Smith was actually the first choice to play Neo, and he turned it down? That's right, Will Smith rejected a role in a movie that went on to earn over $1.8 billion across the franchise. So, why did he say no? And does he regret it? Let's dive into the billion-dollar mistake of Will Smith. Part 1. Will Smith in the 90s, the biggest star on Earth. To understand why Will Smith turned down The Matrix, we have to go back to the late 1990s. At the time, Will Smith was at the peak of his career. He had just starred in two of the biggest blockbusters of the decade, Independence Day and Men in Black. These movies had cemented him as Hollywood's golden boy, and studios were lining up to cast him in their next big hit. Will Smith had a formula, action-packed, funny, and filled with charisma. He was making back-to-back hits, so when the Wachowskis, two relatively unknown directors at the time, pitched him The Matrix, he had a decision to make, and he made the wrong one. Part 2. The pitch that confused Will Smith. In multiple interviews, Will Smith has admitted that he just didn't understand the concept of The Matrix when the Wachowskis pitched it to him. In his words, the directors explained the film using phrases like, imagine if you're in midair, then you stop, then the camera spins around you, and then you keep going. Smith laughed it off, thinking the idea was just too out there. Of course, that crazy idea turned into one of the most groundbreaking action scenes in movie history. But at the time, Will Smith thought the pitch sounded kinda ridiculous. Part 3. The role he chose instead. Big mistake. Now, turning down The Matrix wouldn't have been so bad if Will Smith had chosen a better project instead. But what did he pick? Wild Wild West. Yep, instead of playing Neo in The Matrix, Will Smith starred in Wild Wild West, a movie that flopped at the box office and became one of his biggest regrets. The film was heavily criticized for its goofy tone, weird steampunk elements, and that giant mechanical spider. To this day, Will Smith admits that turning down The Matrix for Wild Wild West was one of the worst decisions of his career. Part 4. What would have happened if he played Neo? But here's the real question. Would The Matrix have been as iconic if Will Smith played Neo instead of Keanu Reeves? It's hard to say. Keanu's quiet, mysterious vibe became a key part of the film's identity. Will Smith, on the other hand, was known for his high-energy comedic style. Would that have changed the entire tone of the movie? Even Will Smith himself believes that Keanu was the perfect choice, saying that if he had played Neo, he might have made the character too funny or too charismatic, which could have hurt the movie. Part 5. Did he regret it? So, does Will Smith regret turning down The Matrix? The answer is yes, but also no. While he admits it was a bad business move, he's also grateful that it allowed Keanu Reeves to shine in the role. And let's be honest, Will Smith's career didn't exactly suffer. He went on to star in massive hits like I Am Legend, Hitch, and Pursuit of Happiness. Still, it's wild to think that Will Smith could have been dodging bullets in The Matrix instead of battling a mechanical spider in Wild Wild West. What do you think? Would The Matrix have been just as good with Will Smith, or was Keanu the perfect choice? Let us know in the comments. And if you love crazy Hollywood stories like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay curious.